Well, greetings and salutations, test takers. This is Series 7 Guru coming to you with another explication request. If you have an explication request, you can send it explication request at guruexamprep.com. If it's a Kaplan question, you just send me the QID because I can pull it up backstage. If you don't have a Kaplan Q Bank as a paid supplement, I highly recommend it with my Guru 15 discount code at checkout. That works for all Kaplan products and services, but the Series 7 Q Bank is $55.80, almost 4,000 questions, performance tracker, custom quizzes, best in class. This is QID 1558673. A customer sells short 100 shares at 58. So I borrowed 100 shares from my broker. I buy a 60 call at 3. Pretty good. So I have a choice to buy back the borrowed stock at 60. If stock price falls to 52 and the customer buys back the stock, and close the option at 1-4. I'm a big believer in understanding contract specifications. In other words, you're not struggling. That's a choice to buy the stock at 60 and tracking money. So I always say fire up the T. And this is where the T does a better job than perhaps other methods. And I'll demonstrate what I mean by that. So I call this the initial setup. I like to use dollars out. Some people like to use debit. Some people like to use minus, whatever floats your boat. I like to use dollars in. Some people like credit. Some people like a plus, whatever floats your boat. Again, the key is, do we understand contract specifications? Can we track money? So as part of the initial setup here, I'm doing an opening sale. Opening sales are used to establish or add to short positions. I'm doing an opening purchase. Opening purchases are used to establish or add to a long position. So I did my opening sale on the stock at 58. I did my opening purchase on the protection because that's what that call is doing, protecting the short stock position at 3. That's my initial setup. My break even is 55. We just net those. And my ceiling is at 60. There's my strike, and I'm bearish. Now, if you're using this method, you probably missed this because you would say, well, 55, 52, it's a $300 gain. No, that's not the case. So sometimes that method does not yield the correct answer. What always yields the correct answer is tracking money and contract specifications. So here we go. Now this is the closeout. So we do initial setup, then we do a closeout. The customer buys back the stock. So we know that when we're buying back the stock, we're doing a closing purchase. Closing purchases are used to eliminate or reduce a short position. And when we do a closeout on the option, we're going to do a closing sale. Closing sales are used to eliminate or reduce a long position. So here it says we buy back the stock at 52. By the way, I believe in doing things on a per share basis because otherwise you get all kinds of zeros floating around. So anyways, I'm not going to put 5,200, 5,800, 300. That would still work out the same math, but I'm just not going to do it. And I close out the option for 1. All right, so there's now my closeout. Now I simply net, right? It looks like I made 6 points on the short stock position, lost 2 points on the protection. When it's all said and done, I paid out 55. I brought in 59. That's a 4-point gain. And so the answer here is A. And boom, let's just put that there. We have a $400 gain. So I hope you found that helpful. Remember, inch by inch. Your Series 7 is a cents, yard by yard. Your Series 7 is hard. And I will see you for the next explication request.